Hi, my name is Evan Duell, and I'm on the board of Advisors for Philanthropic Impact. I am very excited to invite you to participate in our first ever Palm Beach Philanthropy Tank. Now, much like the show Shark Tank, this is a challenge for you to pitch your best idea. However, here you're pitching your best philanthropic idea to a panel of leading philanthropists in our community. Now, this is an idea that has to positively impact Palm Beach County's social problems. Our philanthropists will be funding and mentoring projects they feel are doable, sustainable, offer creative solutions, and really make an impact in our community. Now, finalists will be making an in-person presentation before the judges and community leaders in March of 2016. To qualify, you must be a Palm Beach County resident in grades 7 through 12. And all applications are due by 5 p.m. on December 15th of this year. Now, we've partnered with the Community Foundation for Palm Beach and Martin counties and also the Education Foundation to bring you Palm Beach Philanthropy Tank. We're expecting to hear some very creative solutions from our area's youth. It's my pleasure to introduce Daryl Houston, the Community Investment Officer for the Community Foundation. Daryl is going to walk you through the application and help you better understand and complete it. If you have any questions along the way, please do not hesitate to email us at pbpthelp@advisorsforimpact.org. That's pbpthelp at ADVISORS, the number 4, IMPACT.org. Thank you again for participating in our first ever Palm Beach Philanthropy Tank. We look forward to being inspired by your creativity and your passion. Let me turn this over to Daryl.
Thank you, Evan. And on behalf of the Community Foundation for Palm Beach and Martin counties, we greatly appreciate this opportunity to participate in this really worthwhile endeavor. So often we engage our youth in hands-on volunteer opportunities, but not really providing them with the opportunity to really share their thoughts about how they can actually make changes. And this is the prime opportunity for those youth within our community to do so with this great opportunity with Palm Beach Philanthropic Tank. So my focus here today is really to take you through the application very quickly and just to kind of give you some examples on what the judges will be looking for in the particular areas of applications. So on the top half of the application, you'll see judging criteria. There are 5 bullet points. The first is community impact. So what's going to be the change in the community? Program feasibility. Is the budget that you're presenting that you need support for, does it make sense? Solution creativity. Is this opportunity that will change the lives of communities, individuals? Or is this something that has an opportunity to engage others as well? Sustainability. If you're awarded the grant opportunity, will it just be 2 years or 3 years and the program is completed? Or do you have a plan in place to continue the programming afterwards? And last but definitely not least, team strength. What's your partnership like with the organizations that you're working with, or with your team members that you're working with? How are they engaged? So those are going to be the critical areas of this application. So the first portion of the application really focuses on student information. If you're an individual, you'll need to complete the top half of the application, which includes your name, your address, your email, your phone number, grade, school, and your signature, followed by a parent or guardian's contact information and their signature. Now, if you are a part of a team, you will need to choose one individual as the team lead, and then there's a section and part of this application which allow you to put down the rest of your team members. All team members will also need to have their documents signed by a parent as well. In addition, if you're a part of a school team, that you may have a teacher or a community team, that you may have another adult that's working with you, it is important that you have them on the contact list as well, so the group will know that you have additional partners that will be focused on helping you accomplish your goal that you have at hand. So what I'll do now is go to the actual questions within the applications. Starting with question 1, concisely describe the program for which you're seeking funds. If there is a reason you are uniquely qualified to address this problem, please include. So this is an opportunity for you or your team to really provide the concept of your program, the activities of your program, and also the tools that you plan to use to accomplish the goal that you have in hand. And if anyone on your team has a specific skill in place that may lead towards providing the opportunity to change this issue within your community, please explain as well. For instance, if you're working with a youth group that is underserved within a specific community and they've been interested in creating a band program, and you have members of your team that have band experience, that play an instrument, list that information down so we'll know that you have the particular skills in place to accomplish that goal. Question number 2, describe the targeted population to be served. The targeted population could be youth, it could be seniors, it could be youth from ages 7 to 12, it could be youth from ages 12 to 15. Also, within that population, you want to talk about the geographical location that you're going to be serving as well. It may be youth, underserved youth in South Palm Beach County. It may be underserved youth in Belgrade. It may be underserved youth in West Palm Beach. Just be very clear in terms of the targeted population and that geographical location that you're serving. Question number 3, briefly explain how this program creates a new solution or expands upon an existing one. If this program is new, if there's absolutely nothing like it in the community, tell us how this is different within the community of Palm Beach County. There are a lot of nonprofits that we have here, and there are a lot of great programs that are taking place. But once again, we have tremendous knowledge within our youth, and there may be just that one spark, that opportunity that they've thought about that no one else has ever thought about. And maybe this is the opportunity for you to implement that within the community. Or if it's an expanding program, you have a nonprofit organization that currently serves a specific geographical location, and they want to replicate this project within another part of the community. Tell us why it's important for that expansion of the program to go to the other community. Tell us why that program has been so successful and can be expanded to another part of the community. Question number 4, are there others in the community already providing services? If so, who? How is your solution unique? So this is very important. There are many nonprofits in Palm Beach County. Many provide similar services. So it's important for you to know that whatever you decide to engage in, or whatever you decide to submit to the panelists, that if there are programs similar to what you are requesting funding for, you can tell them why yours is somewhat different. Why is it uniquely an opportunity for them to support that may be different from ones that are already in place? Question number 5, is there a particular nonprofit you work through to deliver the programs and services? If so, who? So if you're working with a local nonprofit organization, just give a brief summary of the work that they do, maybe their mission, their programs and services that they provide, their leadership, and how they are engaged within that specific population that they're serving. Question number 6, what specific benefits for Palm Beach County are you planning to accomplish with this program? And how will you measure and demonstrate that you have achieved the results? So within Palm Beach County, what are you planning to do? Are you planning to increase the number of community gardens that are in Palm Beach County that provides healthy food? in those areas that they call food deserts? Or, as I mentioned earlier, are you looking to increase the number of underserved youth that have opportunity to access arts, has opportunity to engage in the arts? So be very clear in terms of how you plan to and what you plan to accomplish. In addition, you'll need to figure out how you're going to measure and demonstrate that your project has been successful. Will you do a post or pre-test for those individuals that started in the arts and culture program that at once first they didn't understand how to read music, but at the end of the 12 months you could put a sheet of music in front of them and they can play it on the instrument? So that's how you show your success in terms of measuring those results. Question number 7. How will the program be implemented and staffed? What is the timeline for implementation? So this is an opportunity for you to talk about how you plan to roll the program out within the community. And particularly, do you have the staff that has the capacity to run the program? Do you have the staff that has the knowledge to be engaged in that particular effort? And the timeline for implementation. Are you starting May 1st and then finishing a portion June 30th? And then following June 30th, you add another portion on? So it's very important that you talk about the timeline from the time that you're awarded funds, if you're awarded, to the close of the actual funding period. Question number 8. Awarded funds will be distributed within 12 months. Explain how your program will continue after the first year. So we talked earlier about the criteria that the judges will be using to judge your project. This is the focus on sustainability. If you are awarded resources from one of the philanthropic panelists, how do you plan to continue the work that you started out? Or is it a program that is only a one and done? Or is it a program that you're just looking for an opportunity to start it and eventually continue to move it throughout the years? So how are you going to support that programming? Is it with the nonprofit partner who you're engaging with and they say, well, if you can help us start it, we will take on the responsibility to carrying it out for the next couple of years? Or it's a project that you're looking at starting yourself. How do you plan to fundraise or research for grants to support your program after the philanthropic partners' resources are no longer there? Question number 9. Does the proposed program require collaboration with other partners to be successful? If so, who? If yes, please complete the partner information section. Once again, we talk about in our nonprofit sector how important it is to collaborate with other organizations within the community. It leverages other resources, it stretches other resources. So if you are working with a community partner, please tell us who that is. There's also a section within the application for your philanthropic partner or your nonprofit partner, should I say, to complete and provide their contact information as well. And we will address that later in the video. Question number 10. Describe what type of mentoring or resources, besides financial, you will need for the program to be successful. So we know that if you are awarded resources, those resources go to support your program expenses. But outside of that, what are some of your weaknesses that you may not have, that you have, that you know that you're going to need to make this project successful? For instance, you may not know much about the budget process or how to fill out a budget. You look at the income that you bring in and the expenses that you may have. How do you create that budget? So these are things that the mentor can work with you on. Question number 11, and there are a couple of bullet points up under this question here. Please describe this program budget. Consider and address the following, but feel free to expand your answer beyond. What is the total funding you need to cover total expenses? So how much are you requesting in terms of financial resources to support the programming that you're looking to engage. State a specific timeline. An example, 1 month after funding, the number of items will be purchased. After 2 months, additional items will be purchased. For your anticipated spending and award during the 12 months funding period. So this is what we refer to as really talking about how the resources are going to be used within your particular program. And within that 12-month period, how those resources are going to be allocated to the specific areas within your budget. The third bullet point, describe what funds will be spent on. So this is opportunity for you to really provide a budget narrative. We already know from the budget you showed us that you're requesting possibly $3,000. So how is that $3,000 going to be spent? $500 may be used to purchase tablets. Another $500 may be used to provide a stipend to the counselor or staff member that's running the program. So just fully explain to the panelists how those resources are going to be spent. And the last bullet point, if this request for funding is part of a larger program, please explain to those other programs expenses and the financial resources in place to cover those expenses. So we mentioned earlier about nonprofit partners. This may be a program expansion, and the request that you have in may be for $3,000, but the overall program cost is $10,000. So please explain how those $10,000 are going to be used to support your program. The next portion of the application is what we mentioned earlier. If you are a team, if you are a group that is looking to work on a project, this is the section where the team members will need to fill out their name, the grade, and the school that you guys are all attending. The partner information section is for the nonprofit partner to complete. The contact name, the relationship with them, the organization's name, their address, the email, and the phone number, the best phone number to get in contact with them. And there's 2 questions up under this particular section. The first question, what type of support will the partner be providing? So as a partner, is this organization going to be providing financial support? Is it leadership? Are there some in-kind support that they're maybe providing? Those are the questions that will need to be answered in this section here. Question 2, please include a copy of the IRS letter, determination letter, and the most recent year audited financials or IRS Form 990. As a nonprofit organization in our community, a nonprofit can be started just by incorporating with the state of Florida. But to be an actual 501c3 nonprofit, which means you are a tax-exempt organization that you don't pay taxes, that determination letter comes from the IRS. And each organization who's a 501c3 will have that information readily available. So it's important that you get that information from that particular nonprofit. If they have an audit, please get that information. Or if they don't have the audit, a Form 990 can replace that as well. And the last steps in the process are the final bullet points here. Applications will be reviewed following the 5 p.m. December submission deadline. Reviewers may contact applicants during the selection period in if additional information is needed. Finalists will be announced January 30th, 2016, and all applicants will be notified of the decision. Applicants may be asked to provide additional material prior to the final event. There will be an opportunity to be mentored in preparation of the PBPT event. Last and definitely not least, the last bullet point, winners will be mentored by a philanthropist who choose to fund their program. The mentoring period coincides with the 12-month funding period. Winners agree to quarterly reporting of the program results during this period. As Evan mentioned earlier, if you have any questions, please send those questions to pbpt@advisors4impact.org. One last piece of information that all the individuals participating must know is completing the media release form. This is important, very, very, very important in order to complete the process. If you're a student, please sign your name and with your parent's signature as well. Each member of the team will need to complete this portion of the application as well. On behalf of the Palm Beach Philanthropy Tank, we look forward to your great submissions. Thank you.